Welcome back. Now, entertainment news. A well-known actress is coming to the defense of legendary comedian and actor Bill Cosby. Felicia Rashad is standing by her TV husband, Bill Cosby. This is the first interview Rashad has given on the sexual allegations surrounding Bill Cosby, stating that she has never seen the behavior alleged by the women who say they were drugged and raped or sexually harassed by the comedian. Well, Rashad then went on the attack, stating, quote, "What you're seeing is the destruction of a legacy, and I think it's orchestrated. I don't know why or who's doing it, but it's the legacy." Now, less than 24 hours after Rashad came out with that statement, 3 new women stepped forward with sexual allegations against Cosby. 2 of the women say that Cosby invited them backstage and offered them drinks, claiming they were sexually assaulted after becoming disorientated. Bill Cosby is performing one out of 3 shows tonight in Ontario, in Canada. It's his first public appearance, or performance rather, since November, following the wave of sex allegations. Well, joining me now is celebrity publicist Rhonda Ridley from Affinity Public Relations. Rhonda, thank you very much for joining us here on the program.
Thank you for having me.
So, Felicia Rashad on the attack.
Yes.
Why do you think she's come out now?
Well, I think she's coming out now because it's about time. It's been so long to have someone come out and say something. We wanted Bill Cosby to say something very early on, but I'm quite sure he was advised not to say anything. But for her, I think, you know, she is a great voice, a great catalyst for him, because we trust her. We know her, we honor her. In our community, we look up to her. And so her voice is something that is a voice that we will honor. And we'll hear her and we'll go, oh, you know, if she's saying that she's never seen anything like this, then maybe there's some wiggle room that maybe this is not, you know, this stuff is not true.
Well, she said orchestrated. Why do you think she used the word orchestrated?
I think this is an industry sort of terminology for maybe the industry is trying to put a cap on Bill Cosby. They're trying to say no more.
Why would they do that?
I think because Bill Cosby had his turn. He brought great television to us. He did something that was revolutionary. He did something that most people had never seen. A doctor and a lawyer married, great children, college. They were doing some amazing revolutionary things, and maybe our industry just doesn't want that anymore. We are used to a television now that is very much categorized as buffoonery and on some levels, and he wouldn't tolerate that. He wouldn't do that. Those are not the shows he was ready to bring back to television.
Okay, so now Rashad has come out in defense of Bill Cosby.
Yes.
What about those 3 other women who've now come out and said these new allegations?
Well, the allegations are all the same. They seem to me to be very orchestrated, to have sort of like the same sort of ring and tone to them. And I think the more people feel like they can jump on this bandwagon, because
It is a bandwagon. Why is this bandwagon that's rolling on?
I think because, you know, let's 2 sides to a story. He did it or he didn't do it. They're telling the truth or they're lying.
Well, why doesn't Bill Cosby come out and say so?
I think because there's this team of people around him, especially his attorneys, his lawyers, that are saying to him, okay, now that we have this lawsuit, you can't say anything. I think in the very beginning, there was this Bill Cosby stature, this pride, this eloquence that was said, I'm not going to even, you know, I'm not going to address any of these allegations because they're old, because they were very old. And due to another comedian sort of, you know, using him as the butt of a joke, they resurfaced. And now more women on top of the ones that have already spoken are here, and now they're saying exactly the same things.
As a publicist, what would you advise Bill Cosby to do if you were to represent him?
Right now, what I would want him to do, I would want him to speak more to his character. We know his character. We don't know him as a man, as a husband, as a father. We know him in the industry. And as an industry personality, we know that he has spoken out very loudly about his community. He loves his community. He loves education. He wants people to be very aware of who they are, and what they want to be, and their purposes in life. And so I think for him, the only thing he can say right now is, this is the man that I am. This is the man you've come to know. That other man that these women are saying that I am, that's not me. So as a publicist, I wouldn't want him to speak so much on the case, because his attorneys are not going to allow him to do that.
Well, very briefly, in conclusion, wouldn't it be the right thing to say that these accusations are there, you acknowledge those accusations, and move on?
But you know what the media is going to do? I'm quite sure he's been advised the media is going to take that and misconstrue it. And so it's easier to say nothing than to say something that will then be taken out of context.
Rhonda, listen, we must leave it there. But a fascinating story. I'm sure more we'll talk to you as it develops.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
You're very welcome.